Well, welcome to Coach B's studio. It is Sunday afternoon, 2025, on a beautiful 40 plus degree day in Missouri. Welcome to Coach B's studio, where stories transform lives. Today we're going to explore transformative tools to help us live with more purpose, peace, authenticity, and three big words: being congruent, genuine, and authentic. Today, I want to talk about something that's been a game changer for so many of us. It's called deconstructionism. It might sound a little academic and even intimidating at first, high-minded, but stick with me. It's all about breaking down the stories we've been told, that we tell ourselves and have told to others, and rewriting them in a way that serves us better. That's critical. So deconstructionism comes from the world of philosophy that, thanks to Jacques Derrida, who taught us that language and meaning aren't as fixed as we might think. In therapy, this means that we can challenge the stories or beliefs that we tell together that have shaped our lives, especially the ones that hold us back safely. In other words, we can challenge things safely. That's what we're supposed to do here. And it's through that challenging that a new story can unfold. Think about this. How many times have you caught yourself saying something like, "I'm a failure," or "I don't deserve happiness," or "I'm stupid"? These thoughts feel real, but deconstructionism helps us question them. Who told you this? Is it absolutely true? And most importantly, what if you could rewrite it? Think of these other words floating around in our psyche: failure, success, worthy, unworthy, respect, disrespected, things like that. Deconstructionism invites us to break apart the rigid barriers, success versus failure, and worthy versus unworthy, forgiven and guilty, and unforgiven and guiltless, and see the deeper, more nuanced truths underneath. It's not about ignoring your past, but understanding it in a way that frees you from probably the chains that you have placed on your own self. Think of these three items: stream of consciousness, narrative therapy, and mindfulness. So here's how deconstructionism shapes up in some of the tools we use at Coach B's studio. Stream of consciousness is that speaking and writing technique that lets us explore our thoughts without judgment. That's critical. It's amazing what you'll uncover when you let your mind wander freely with very little prohibitions in it. All right? Restraints. Narrative therapy is where we together might take a step back and rewrite the stories you've been living by, focusing on the strengths and wisdoms you've gained. Mindfulness is the practice that helps you observe your thoughts, be aware of your feelings, owning them, so you can start questioning the ones that don't serve you well. For example, instead of "I'm stuck and can't move forward," we reframe it: "I've faced challenges before and I'm learning what steps to take next." Or, "I'm facing a challenge now and I'd like to move forward. That's a beginning step." That shift may change everything for you and us. One of my favorite exercises, and one I use all the time in my own practice, is this: write down a belief or thought that's been holding you back, if you can think of one. Ask yourself, where did this come from? Is it absolutely true? Rewrite it in a way that's compassionate, realistic, and empowering. Now, at this moment, I do want to introduce also the notion of the language I use, the metaphorical language of a demon. The demon is not a spiritual being in the traditional religious sense, but rather the spirit of an unhealthy thought and feeling. See the subtle difference? And I talked to you about the demons we all possess. So, a little play on demon possession and how we might use that to describe what we're going through. More on that in another session. This isn't about pretending that everything is perfect. Far from it. It's about seeing yourself as a work in progress and finding hope in that progress, like remodeling the home. When you can see that the paint is beginning to peel, or that it's faded, or that it's discolored, we don't promote ignoring that or pretending that it isn't the case. We want to repair it and update it. That's what we're talking about here. At Coach B's studio, we believe that the stories you tell yourself have the power to shape your life. Deconstructionism gives you the tools to rewrite these stories with intention, courage, and self-compassion. If this resonates with you, let me know in the comments or share a story you're ready to rewrite. We're in this together. So this is a brief introduction to the value of deconstructionism. More on that later. But for now, subscribe to Coach B's Studio for tools to transform your life one story at a time. Thanks for joining me today. Remember, your story isn't finished, it's evolving, and you're the author. Until next time, keep growing and rewriting. So, as always, grow, connect, thrive, one story at a time, one play activity at a time, one conversation at a time. Thank you.